Have you ever tried to remember the very first moment of your life? Not your first day of school, not your earliest birthday, your first memory. Maybe you can remember being 3, maybe even 2. But what about before that? There was a version of you that laughed, cried, learned faces, recognized voices, and slowly figured out what this strange world was. That child experienced thousands of moments, yet today, you can't remember a single one. Think about that for a second. You've forgotten your first laugh, the first time someone made you smile, the first time you recognized your mother's face, the first time you realized your own hands belonged to you. Those moments happened. They changed your brain forever. Yet they're completely inaccessible. It's almost as if someone quietly tore the opening chapters out of the book of your life, while leaving every chapter after them untouched. If our memories define who we are, how can the most influential years of our lives be the ones we can never revisit? It's one of the strangest mysteries about being human. Your life began long before your memories did. So what happened? Where did those first years go? Were they erased? Or is something far stranger going on? Because the truth isn't that your first memories disappeared. The truth is, they were never stored the way you think. Imagine waking up tomorrow with absolutely no memory of who you are, no parents, no language, no idea what a chair is, no idea what your own hands are. Everything would feel completely new. That isn't just imagination. That's exactly how every human begins life. A newborn doesn't arrive with knowledge. Every sound, every face, every smell, every emotion, every tiny pattern has to be learned from scratch. And that's exactly what your brain spends its first years doing, not recording memories, building itself. Adults often imagine a baby's brain as a smaller version of their own. It isn't. During your first years of life, your brain is changing faster than it ever will again. Every second, millions of new neural connections are being formed. It's less like writing a diary and more like constructing an entire library while people are already trying to read inside it. The shelves are still being built. The rooms keep moving. Books are constantly being rewritten. Nothing stays in the same place for long. Your brain isn't trying to preserve the past. It's trying to build a machine that will someday remember it. Imagine buying the world's most advanced computer and trying to save priceless files while the operating system is still being installed. The files aren't necessarily the problem. The system itself isn't finished. That's what infancy looks like. Every single day, your brain is processing an impossible amount of information: gravity, faces, depth, movement, language, cause and effect. Even something adults take completely for granted. Understanding that an object still exists after it disappears behind a door has to be discovered. For us, these are ordinary facts. For a baby, they're world-changing revelations. Every day rewrites the rules of reality. The brain isn't trying to archive each discovery forever. It's trying to become smarter because of them. But here's the puzzle. Babies clearly learn. If they didn't, they'd never recognize their parents. They'd never learn language. They'd never know that a smile means safety. So information is being stored. Just not in a form you can revisit as an adult. Think about riding a bicycle. You probably can't remember the exact afternoon you learned. You can't replay every wobble, every fall, every tiny correction. But your body never forgot. The memory exists. You just can't revisit the moment it was created. Your earliest years work in a similar way. They leave behind skills, habits, instincts, emotional patterns. Even if the actual experiences vanish from conscious memory, the lessons remain, the scenes disappear. Scientists call this childhood amnesia, and almost every human experiences it. Most adults remember almost nothing before the age of 3. Even memories from ages 4 or 5 are surprisingly fragile. For decades, researchers believed babies simply couldn't form memories. But that's no longer what the evidence suggests. In fact, Babies are constantly creating memories. The mystery isn't why they fail to remember. The mystery is why adults can't access those memories later. Part of the answer lies deep inside a small structure called the hippocampus. Think of it as your brain's librarian. When something important happens, the hippocampus helps organize that experience into a memory that can later be found. But during infancy, that librarian is still under construction. The system responsible for organizing long-term autobiographical memories is still developing. At the same time, another extraordinary process is happening. Your brain is producing huge numbers of new neurons. That sounds like a good thing, but it comes with an unexpected trade-off. Imagine writing important notes on a whiteboard while someone keeps wiping away tiny sections to make room for new information. The board keeps getting bigger. The system keeps improving, but recovering the earliest notes becomes harder and harder. Your brain isn't malfunctioning. It's making a choice, not to preserve every moment, but to build a better brain. Language changes everything too. Most of your memories today aren't just pictures, they're stories. You silently describe what happened, who was there, how you felt, why it mattered. You organize life into beginnings, middles, and endings. But babies can't do that yet. Before language, experience exists mostly as sensations. Warmth, fear, comfort, hunger, faces, voices, rhythms. Those experiences shape you profoundly, but they were never packaged into the kind of story your adult mind knows how to retrieve. It's like trying to open a document written in a format your current software no longer supports. The information influenced everything, but the original file won't open anymore. That changes the way we think about childhood. Maybe your earliest years aren't missing. Maybe they're everywhere. The way you instinctively trust someone, the way certain voices calm you, the emotions certain smells awaken without explanation, the way you respond to love, to danger, to comfort. Long before you had memories, you were building patterns, and many of those patterns quietly stayed with you. The child you can't remember may still be making decisions inside the adult you became. There's something strangely beautiful about that. We spend our lives collecting memories because we believe memories define who we are. We fill photo albums, record videos, write journals, capture moments on our phones. We fight desperately against forgetting. Yet the greatest transformation of your life happened before you could consciously remember any of it. The biggest construction project your brain would ever undertake left almost no photographs inside your own mind. Only the finished architecture. Maybe that's what growing up really is. Not collecting memories, but slowly becoming the person those memories created. We spend our lives searching backward, hoping to understand ourselves through the things we can remember. Yet the deepest influences often happen before memory itself. The people who held you, the safety you felt, the comfort you learned, the rhythm of familiar voices, the feeling of belonging. Those experiences became part of your personality long before they became part of your story. Maybe forgetting isn't always the opposite of remembering. Sometimes it's proof that something became so deeply woven into who you are that it no longer exists as a memory. It exists as you. So the next time you wonder why you can't remember being a baby, remember this: nothing meaningful was lost. Your earliest experiences didn't fail to matter because you forgot them. They mattered so completely that they stopped needing to be remembered. The most important chapter of your life is the one you'll never be able to reread. Not because it was erased, but because it stopped being a story, it became the storyteller.